So I read this verse, and I'm gonna vent real quick because it kind of just touched my heart because this is how I've been feeling honestly. And it says, "And now, my beloved brethren, I would exhort you to have patience, and that ye bear with the manner of affliction, that ye do not revile against those who do cast you out because of your exceeding poverty, lest ye become sinners like unto them." Um, Basically, what this means to me is that a lot of people are sinners. A lot of people are chasing after money, and they're chasing after lust, and it's not people than things. And how I feel about it is that lately, at first I was okay. Okay, so at first I was okay, being in my situation because I know that a lot of people have experienced where I'm at. And I've experienced, the same feeling. And to look down upon my situation, like, I'm 31 now, and look at me, I'm back in the shelter. Um, but who knows your experience better than you do? I've been in the shelter, and I've had my apartment, and I've had a car. And these are things that can boast me up. That's what I used to feel like. Oh, yeah, I had a car. I had a few cars. I had more than a few cars. I had an apartment. I had another apartment. And it's just a cycle. I feel like I'm going through a cycle, but overall, the point that I'm making is that it takes for you to feel bad about a situation to get back up on your feet. And a lot of people don't make you feel good about this, they make you feel worse, you know. And it's just like every time, I don't know why, but I keep getting the word poor, poor, poor thrown at me. Like I'm poor because I'm in a shelter. There's a lot of people out here that's, laying out here, staying outdoors, and, they're in a hopeless situation. Well, I wouldn't say hopeless situation. They're in a unfortunate situation, just like me. I'm in an unfortunate situation. And if you don't feel bad, you'll have people to feel bad for you. They'll mock you and they'll shame you and they'll make you feel bad even if you don't feel bad. I know it's a process of getting back on my feet, and the pressure is real, but the pressure is just, I want to say sometimes I feel like the pressure is a stepping stone, but at the same time, pressure is crippling you. Pressure can hold you back. Pressure can put you down. Pressure can push you down just as much as it can help you up. It's about the right pressure applied. Um, and a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't care about your situation. And like I said, there's a lot of mockers out there. They'll mock you and they'll make you feel bad and they'll put you in a position of, questioning. They'll put you in a position of, confusion, or they'll misunderstand you and misinterpret you just because, you know. But most of all, they'll mock you verbally, physically. Verbally, they mock you. Physically, they mock you. They make you seem as though you're worse off than you ever was, or they make you feel bad about yourself, or they make you feel so crappy. It's like I'm already down, and you just keep kicking me. You keep kicking me, and you keep kicking me, and now I have to, they put you down to the point where you're not confident in yourself and you're not confident in your situation. And then 9 times out of 10, you turn into God, and then there, there's the battlefield. You win or you lose. You know? I'm not happy about my situation. I won't, I'm okay with it because, like I said, I know it's a process, but what we're meant to feel is bad about our situation. I'm in a shelter. I gotta hurry up and get up. I gotta hurry up and get me a house. I gotta hurry up and do this. I gotta hurry up and do that. And that's how life is. We have to think this way. Because if we don't think this way, then we're settling for less. A lot of people want to see you out there in the streets with nothing. They don't want to save you. They want to laugh at you. They want you to mess up or make a mistake just so they can take your place, or it's less pressure on them trying to figure you out when they got their own life to figure out. A lot of people make it seem like, a lot of people, I salute a lot of people that's out here just homeless and doing their thing and just, they confident about it and they just up about it, because a lot of people, this is not normal to be so cool and collective about not having money, being homeless or being in a shelter. It's not cool to just, sit around and allow this to happen to your life. And I feel like God is a part of the situation, because God is trying to get to the bottom of everything. God is working with you, but a lot of people don't understand God. A lot of people don't understand that life with God in it. A lot of us, and that's what we used to question back then, right? We was like, how the heck, it's, okay, so we used to question back then, like, a lot of us will be afraid of getting close to God because it's just like we see ourselves going downhill and downhill, downhill. Our lifestyle is going down, but our spirit is going up. We didn't know our spirit would go up because we was too afraid to go down with God. You go down with God, then your spirit goes up. In every situation, there is a battle. You will have to battle. You will have to fight. Even at the bottom, you have to fight. And it's not even fighting your way back up. It's just fighting to maintain, to sustain, to settle, to survive mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, morally, And like I said, if you don't feel bad, your situation or your environment will make you feel bad, because if anything, it is YOLO. You only live once. And that's how life is. Everyone for themselves. They don't care about nobody. They don't care about you. They only care about themselves. And this is what the world is today. They will bring you down. They will make you feel discouraged. They will make you feel as though you're below. And they will bring that out of you. You are below. You are at a low position. And it's to the point where it's only because they're upset, they're jealous, because their life isn't looking as peaceful as yours is. They're upset with the fact that you're so peaceful and you're so joyful being here, while they're in the same exact place working their butts off, to feel the same way that you're feeling. So yes, they're mad at you. They feel a certain way because they don't think it's fair. And they know it's not fair. A lot of people, I've been seeing it, A lot of people are upset at the fact that you're not in a position of working your butt off. But you are exactly what they're looking for. It's like standing all the way up here, and and what you want is way down there, but at the same time, it's right in front of your face, and it just kind of trips them out. It kind of makes them confused. They're like, hold up, what's going on? What's happening? I'm doing this, but to get where you are, I can't go all the way down there, So how can I really reach you? That's just how people feel. I thought what I see down here was up there, but I'm where I'm at to where if I make any type of move, everything might just fall out of place for me, and I don't know what's going to happen. So people are stuck on this mountain. They're stuck on this cliff. They're stuck right where they are, because if they move, they don't know what's going to happen, so they have to just stay right there. But what they want is so far out of their reach that they can see it. They can see it, and they're just like, wow. Like, wow. And we're at a point where we trying to get, to where they at, but at the same time, we're not doing it the same way that we're expected to, and that's what they're questioning. Why are you moving so slow? They're putting pressure on you because they don't want. They're just putting pressure on you, and they're applying pressure on you. They're applying pressure to the situation. Because right now, they would just like to put pressure on themselves. Sometimes you just gotta look at a situation for what it is. When somebody is projecting some type of negativity onto you or projecting flaws onto you, that's exactly what it is, and that's how you got to take it as well. So when you go and you look into that mirror and you don't see the person you want to see, or you see a whole different person, or you're paying attention to stuff that you normally wouldn't pay attention to, that's somebody projecting their flaws onto you. They want you to see them flaws. They want your flaws to stand out. They want those flaws to stand out in you because it's a distraction. It's a distraction from seeing the light that's shining from within. It's a distraction from seeing the beautiful life that you actually live. You can't see the sun if you're so focused on getting wet. You can't enjoy the moment if you're distracted by getting wet by the rain. It could be a beautiful sunny day and it's just sprinkling. And those little sprinkles or droplets are distracting you from enjoying the moment because you're focused on the wrong thing, and this is where they want you to be. So while everybody else is enjoying their life and you're focused on these little bitty things that they're pointing out to you, it's a distraction from actually seeing that your life is brighter than what they're making it seem. Oh yeah. Well, with that being said, I'm going to let y'all go, and I'm going to talk to y'all next time. Like, comment, subscribe, be notified, share at your own free will to show you care, and keep your head up, you know. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see y'all next time.